Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new video, and today is going to be another video on F1 2021 because Codemasters have pretty much released the official trailer. I don't know if this is actually the official trailer, but honestly it has everything that talks about this game, so we're going to go over it. Especially talks about breaking points, so that's going to be the main thing about this video. And yeah, what we're going to do is I put the video in my in the Windows video opener, and we're just going to scroll through and take it piece by piece. So the trailer starts with this saying that it's everyone, its rating, and then some in-game shots. And so not much to comment about here. But the first thing I'm gonna talk about, like I said, I think I said it, it's Breaking Point. Thrilling new story, and there's so much stuff here. First of all, this scene already, you can tell it's probably not an in-game scene, and even if it is an in-game scene, you can tell something is straight away. These are 2019 cars, so obviously I think if you know a bunch about Breaking Point, you'd know this already, but there's going to be 2020 cars in the game, and well, yeah, it's going to be interesting to compare these to the actual cars because, we're not going to have them actually in-game just for Breaking Point, but still it's going to be interesting to see if they've done any improvements on this as well. Yeah, but anyways, this shot already looks sick, and then here we get to the actual shots, and oh my goodness guys, there's so much to talk about. First of all, Devin Butler has grown some facial hair. Thought I'd mention that. I mean, you can clearly see his beard is a bit more pronounced than last year, and his hair as well, but that's not the point. You can just see by this shot how much more realistic this is to last year's shot, and that's because if you don't know this, a special company, I think, made these shots for the game. It's not Codemasters who made this. I mean, you can clearly see already the amount of detail, and this is again hinting at Devin Butler's boasting attitude. As you can see here, he's very much acting weird. And then here, hold on, let me go back real quick. Sorry, went back way too much. But you can see that's an in-game paddock shot. So okay, fine, not anything too special here, except obviously there's like so much. There's paddock, there's many people. It's a lot more fluid and realistic, but this is an actual, this is not an paddock shot, and look how realistic that looks. It looks like a movie which is just made with like a cartoony movie, but it looks so realistic, honestly. I'm very surprised by this, but anyways, this I believe is gonna be probably the dad in our story, because basically it's gonna be about the whole Breaking Point story is gonna be about an F2 driver. I think his name is Alex, and it involves his family as well, and I believe this will be his dad because it also involves a veteran F1 driver, but I don't see this person being an F1 driver simply because of his stature. He doesn't look like an F1 driver, so it's probably his dad. Then here, a collision. Hold on, let me go back. Once again, I went back too much. But it again involves the AlphaTauri, so I think basically these are the shots that's going to happen if you are an AlphaTauri. So I believe in this shot right here, this guy behind is Devin Butler, because if we go further along, you can see that Devin is in the Haas. And you are one of these two guys, and the other one is your teammate, and who I believe is going to be the veteran driver. I'm not too sure about that. And then here, and actually that really resembles Sebastian Vettel's cases, where he's a veteran, but he's been struggling. The same thing here with this driver. He's been struggling, but he is a veteran of the sport. And here you can see that this is not Gasly or Kvyat or Tsunoda. So it's another driver. These two are new drivers, so it's definitely not going to be Gasly, Kvyat, or Tsunoda. And yeah, I think it's going to be the other driver in the story. It's not going to be Devin Butler just because he's in the Haas right now, and you wouldn't want Butler as your teammate, really. And this next scene proves my point, as went a bit too far ahead, but you can see you've collided with your teammate, who happens to be a veteran driver. You can see him right here, who he's pushed you because he's mad at you. This is you right here, and he's the driver, and he's your teammate. He's the veteran in the story, and he's, you've collided, and it's your fault apparently, and he's angry at you, and so he's pushed you. And I think that shows that that's what happens if you hit your driver. If you hit your teammate. I don't know if this is gonna be a scene that always happens, but I think if you hit him, that's for sure gonna happen, where you're gonna get this cutscene right here, and it's gonna break the bond with this driver, which maybe is, oh shoot, I hit my mic, my mouse there, which maybe is important because you already got a bad connection with Butler, and if you also destroy your relationship with your teammate, that's gonna really hurt you in the story. Then we move to an F2 scene, and this is Callum Islet, I believe, so this is F2 2019, and this is Joe, I believe this is F2 2019. Go from F2 2019 to F1 2020 and F1 2021. There we go. As you can see here, it says set across 3 seasons. That's exactly what it means, and this is amazing. I mean, look at this press conference scene. There's Lando Norris here, and then here, I believe this is Guan Yu Zhou, but you know, these 2 drivers, we don't know who they are. So looking back, I think the guy in the middle is actually Esteban Ocon, but I don't know who the guy to the left is because he doesn't look like Gasly, he doesn't look like Kvyat or Tsunoda, so we don't know who that is. But I'm just gonna skip this whole press conference scene because we don't know much about it. So it's still really cool to see though, and it's still a really cool cutscene. But yeah. Then here's 1 year later, and I actually. Maybe what I was saying is wrong, because this is Butler, and you can see it's 1 year later because it's the new Haas suit and the new AlphaTauri suit, and Butler here is talking to this man who was the other guy, I think, who was the guy who pushed us earlier on the year before, and I think this might mean that we're actually gonna have to go against both of them. Like they become friends, and he kind of catches on this bad nature. Maybe we have to help him kind of move away from that, as well as, you know, racing and, you know, all that, because they really don't look like they're talking in a aggressive way, if you know what I mean. And this is once again Butler talking. I think that's us, because that looks a bit different to this guy right here, but actually no, maybe it's the same person, but definitely not us, because we wouldn't have that relationship with Butler. So in your Breaking Point experience, you're gonna be able to select 5 teams when you move into F1. There's gonna be AlphaTauri, and you can see this is 2019 AlphaTauri. Simply because of the white streaks on the front. Then the Racing Point, which will then of course become Aston Martin. This is also the old one. Then Alfa Romeo, Haas, and Williams, and I believe you can choose them in either year, and you're gonna stick with them for the next season. And here you can see some more scenes. This is from 2021, the 2021 car AlphaTauri. So you can see just a lot of really cool dynamic scenes, both on track and off track, and that's everything this trailer has on Breaking Point. But honestly, it's more than enough. I am so hyped for this game. It really, and for this game mode, because honestly, look at this shot. This shot right here, it really does not look like it's in game. You know, then there's the shot, these shots, the press conference shot, the family shot. It really is interesting, and you know, really cool, really nice to see, and yeah, I can't wait to play this, honestly. So the next thing it talks about is 2-player career mode, where you can play co-op, which means you're in the same team, or against each other, which means you're in separate teams. Now, I think in this specific trailer, they're showing in different teams, because you can see it says Codemaster in Team HQ. And then if you scroll along a little bit, it says CM player in Team HQ. And I think CM player is the guy in the Alpine car. And here it says waiting for you. I think what this means is he's ready to go to the next race, and he's waiting for you to click ready as well. But yeah, nothing too special here. Of course, the new UI. If you hadn't seen this before, you can check out the videos of like other content creators who had this preview build. And there's some other race shots. I'm just gonna show them to you right here, and you can see what I was saying was true, because these are 2 drivers. One of them is a McLaren. You can see right here by his helmet, it's not a normal helmet, and one of them is an Alpine. But looking at the helmet, they are different. I don't think these 2 options for helmets were in the game, so it's gonna be really cool to see the new helmet options. Also, by the way, consistency Codemasters. I mean, this scene they did it with the actual Alpine chassis. In this scene they did it with the FOM chassis. Just a small detail, but still. And yeah, more in-game shots right here. The new season driver stats. So this is just gonna scroll through the driver stats. It says right here updated during the season, so that's gonna be interesting to see. But you can see Hamilton is 95. Vettel is 89, and so is Leclerc. And honestly, I mean, I don't like this. I don't think it's right. Leclerc should not be the same level as Vettel, because Vettel has such a bad season last year. He's improving. I'll say this: he's improving this season, but he's not at the level of Leclerc anymore. He's quite good, but Leclerc is just better. Leclerc is at the level of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. He can't be 89. Well, you know, Lando Norris is 91. I don't think that's fair. But maybe this is showing that they upgrade over season. Maybe these are not the final. I really hope these are not the final ratings. I think this just shows that they update during the seasons. But I don't know, man. I just don't agree with these. You know, I agree with Lando should be 91. He's really quick driver, but Charles should be at least 92, 93. Anyways, more in-game shots with a new safety car. Then Digital Deluxe Edition with the new drivers, and you can see with the the Digital Deluxe Edition, what it does, it brings 7 legendary drivers. I haven't done a video about that, but you know, because so many people already done it, and I was kind of late to the party. But you can see this is Ayrton Senna in your team. This is Lennon Prost. This, oh, who's that? Oh, actually, it might be Michael Schumacher, just by looking at his you know, at his top graphic at the helmet. You know, that's always been the same for Michael. So, and it shows him in the scene after. So, then there's Nico. This is definitely Jensen Button. You can see, and he's actually one thing that's really cool that I just noticed is there is your logo is gonna be on their helmet. This is really cool. I don't know if anyone's gonna pick up on this, but if your logo is on their helmets, as you can see right here, and your sponsors as well, what if it is on real drivers as well? What if in my team, real drivers have your logo and sticker on their helmet once they drive for you? That would be incredible. But already the fact that we're getting it for legendary drivers, for the 7 legendary drivers, I think that's already a lot, but still, that would be so cool if we could have it for real drivers as well. Then it shows this livery, and considering this is the only livery it's showing, I think this might be special livery, special like F1 2020 livery. Not a big fan of it. It kind of loses its theme, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, still is very cool. It loses its F1 theme. But maybe this is the livery you get with legendary drivers, because it shows Nico here. So maybe that's where you get also the helmet, which the helmet looks really sick, I'm not gonna lie. The next thing is real season start, where you can basically start. You can basically choose the race where you're gonna start, and you're gonna basically be in the seat of a real driver, and maybe, you know, you're Max Verstappen, and you're kind of sad that you didn't get the win in Baku. So restart from Baku, and you get the win in Baku, and you continue on. It's basically like a normal career mode, except you start from whenever you want based on the real season standings. And then from there, it's just a normal career mode. It's not too much new here. It's just cool that you can finally do this without having to do, you know, a separate career mode with your own, you know, standing graphics and all that. Then they just keep showing some in-game shots. This is really cool. The shots that she's showing you, they're really cool, because these are not about breaking point. And so the fact that you can already have this camera, you know, you couldn't have a camera like this in F1 2019, but then F1 2020. But then this is absolutely amazing. You're gonna get this, I think, in every career mode. I'm not sure in breaking point, but definitely in career mode. And I mean, you can actually, this is my team. You can see right there your logo, right in the distance. And there is Will Buxton just talking about, you know, an intro, just making an intro maybe to the season, or just talking to us. Then there's a new showroom, you can see right here. Don't know if there's gonna be don't know if this showroom is gonna be consistent also with my team and F1 cars, but it looks pretty amazing, I'm not gonna lie. I really like the showroom. They're not really useful, the showrooms, but I still think they're pretty cool. Then they go to my team, and I'm really sad because they did this camera, I think, on purpose to not reveal the stickers you can put on the Halo, because, well, there are no stickers, but you can put stickers on the Halo this year. And so I'm quite disappointed in them that they have not let us see what stickers they can put on the Halo. Saying that, going back right here a little bit, this helmet is unbelievable. I mean, finally we get some realistic helmet options. I don't like the fact that the shark fin, I think this is called a shark fin, but the fin at the back is white, but I think they'll fix that. But I really like this helmet, and I think that shows that they've put a lot in terms of graphic and like customization and stuff. I really hope they did that. They worked on that. And then this new cutscene, also another cutscene. There's a lot of new cutscenes in this game, and we're really excited about this. And then there's department events, another big thing is going to be in your team, and so let's just go over them real quick. The first thing, it says durability department. This department has requested your attendance at today's meeting to help them resolve an issue. And I think that what happens is if you don't go to the event, you'll lose team morale and you won't fix the issue. Or maybe you will fix the issue, but you will lose department morale. Same thing here. This department, the marketing department, has requested your attendance at today's meeting to help them resolve an issue. And then here you can see staff burnout. This basically, I've just done a quick read here, and I'm gonna read it with you guys as well. But this is basically if your staff is working too hard. they're asking you to give them a break, and basically if you don't, I guess you lose a lot of morale, and you know, you might get more you might get more updates or issues. You might get more updates failing or more issues in that department, because you can see it says it's time we had a chat about our work rates. Whilst we are doing extremely well, we are seeing increasing rates of stress and burnout among our staff. I suggest we have a small circuit breaker in production to give the staff the chance to cool down. Thoughts? And if you decline, you're gonna lose morale, as you can see right here, and I would say you're definitely going to you know, have a sudden decline in performance due to overworked staff, as it says right there, and that is really, really cool. So yeah, you gotta make this. So yeah, this is my team. It's all about making decisions, and they will really, really affect you, and that is really cool. Going back on customization though, this livery looks incredible. Once again, I'm gonna keep saying it. I really think they're doing a great job with livery making and stuff. And here are the sponsor choosing. Once again, they're the same sponsors as similar sponsors to last year. Not really anything changed there. You got the primary sponsor and the 4 extra sponsors. Then they also show this section right here is for practice. Obviously the new practice programs right here, and you can see right here, this is a thing we actually were not able to show. You know, content creators who had the game were not able to show is this bar right here, this progress bar here, which basically you can fit all your, I believe you can fit all your practice programs in there, and you know, they can see how they stack up, and if you manage to get them all done in the time, you know, expected, you're gonna be able to reap a lot of rewards. But if you don't, you're not going to be able to, because you wanted to do something and you failed at that, so that's maybe gonna lose you some points. They can see you can choose your race style, casual, standard, and expert. Now, I've watched a video from Alex Gillen, and he said that the thing they added was actually the standard option, because the expert is like last year's standard. So I think standard is it's more realistic, but it's still more arcadey and kind of, you know, if you just want to be relaxed, we're still kind of feeling in there. And then obviously this expert, which is the full-on simulation, and then we just get more shots. We get split screen right here, nothing new, but still really, really cool feature. Then there's online here. We can actually observe the different liveries, and actually one thing I haven't talked about is the race number style. And you can see last year it was a very Arial-ish, not very cool font, but this year I don't know if you have multiple fonts. The only one we have seen is this one, but honestly I'm not complaining, because you can see it's so cool. It's just very racy font, still clear to the eye, but very, very cool font in my opinion. But I really would like to see more fonts able in the numbers, and also we don't get to see many livery options. You can see here that helmet I think was in last year's game, but still everything I'm seeing in terms of liveries and stuff is really, really cool. Another shot here, and you can see that the number style is always the same. So yeah, maybe you only have this one style. Yeah, I think that's everything in this trailer. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Another couple new cutscenes. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it, because I'm really looking forward to this game. And yeah, I'm gonna release a video soon talking about my plans for this game, for in terms of career mode and things. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time guys, goodbye.